So you're a guy who is self-improvement. You're doing the good habits, you're meditating, you might be even reading and learning, even doing deep word blocks. And yet something isn't quite right. Something isn't clicking. You work out for 2 days in a row and then you don't work out for the rest of the month. You eat junk food one day and then that day turns into a week, which turns into a month. You read one page of a book and then never read for the rest of the year. So why is it that you find it so hard to actually stick to habits and make progress to your goals, even though you've learned about all of the good habits and all the tactics that you should do? That's what I want to teach you today. I want to teach you and talk to you about the thing holding you back from making progress to your goals and achieving success. So this thing is actually your identity. Your identity determines whether you will meditate. It determines whether you will learn. It determines whether you will show up, learn from YouTube videos, whether you will show up and do deep, hard work. You see, before self-improvement, you didn't see yourself as somebody who's onto self-improvement. But now, we both know that you are onto self-improvement. And yet, you might still be latching onto parts of your identity that you had before getting onto self-improvement. You constantly keep on playing video games because you see yourself as a video gamer. You constantly eat junk food because you see yourself as a junk food eater. You don't meditate because you don't actually associate meditation with your identity. You basically don't incorporate it into your identity, and so you don't do it. You do things that align with your identity. That's what humans have always been doing. But we don't want to play video games, we don't want to eat junk food, and we don't want to keep on scrolling. And so the easiest way to stop doing those things and to actually do more good habits is to identify as somebody who does good habits, is to identify as somebody who's disciplined, hardworking, who loves to meditate, who loves to read, who loves to learn. We want to be those guys who are like those giga chads who work out but who also read, but who also have other hobbies, and who are super confident and who can speak really well. You want to be that guy, but you can only become that guy, and we can only become that person if we actually identify and see ourselves as that person. The more you see yourself as someone, the more you are to act like, think, and be like that person. And like, the thing making up your identity is your thoughts, right? If you're in the bathroom, if you're shitting, if you're in the shower, whenever you have shower thoughts and it's about video games or it's about junk food, you're like, oh, I wonder what that donut tastes like, and that's on the counter yet. I'm gonna go eat it. Oh, those sprinkles are gonna be so good, and oh, I can't wait to upgrade that thing on the video game. Like, you're like this obsessed monkey on the bathroom thinking about like the video game that you stopped playing 5 minutes ago. Like, because your thoughts are oriented towards like bad habits, you're obviously going to do them more. And because your thoughts identify with bad habits, because you're constantly thinking about them, well, obviously you're going to do them more. So the way to actually shift your identity is to shift your thought pattern and your thoughts themselves. And you do so by actually implanting thoughts, by getting more manual thoughts. Like, a manual thought is like, oh, Sasha has a YouTube channel, let me go see it. That is a manual thought. A manual thought is like, I am now going to repeat to myself that I love myself because that is going to build confidence. Like, all of those things are manual thoughts. And so basically what I want you to do is to simply get more manual thoughts about someone that you want to be like. So if you want to be more disciplined, like, repeat to yourself every single day, I'm disciplined, I'm disciplined, I'm disciplined. When you're in the bathroom, you're disciplined, you're disciplined. When you're in the shower, you're disciplined, you're disciplined. And that is how we become more disciplined. We identify with somebody who's disciplined, because when something hard shows up, well, you're a disciplined guy, and so you do it. And so that thing actually becomes proof that you're disciplined, and then you just build proof and stack that you're disciplined, and discipline becomes a part of your identity. Simply because you started to identify with somebody who's disciplined, you've started to act like somebody who's disciplined, and now you are somebody who's disciplined. All of that because you've repeated to yourself that you're a disciplined guy while taking a shit. that's all it stems from, your thoughts. And so you can also like reverse engineer this in a way. You want to stop play video games, you want to stop playing video games, tell yourself that you aren't a video game. You want to stop eating junk food, same thing. Stop associating yourself and your identity, your thoughts with junk food, and you'll be much more likely to stop eating junk food. So if you take two people, like, this is a pretty common like story, but basically, like, two people are at a party, they both want to stop smoking, but one says, I'm not a smoker, and one says, I want to stop smoking. Like, they're both really tempted by their friends, right? Their friends are, like, nagging them and telling them, like, yeah, try one. The person who's not a smoker is going to be like, no, I don't smoke, so why would I do it now? You know, I've never been a smoker, even though objectively they might have. I've never been a smoker, I don't smoke, it's not part of my identity, I'm not gonna do it. The guy who's like, I'm trying to smoke, I'm trying not to smoke, he's like, you know, I'm still a smoker, but I'm trying to change. But in his mind, he's still a smoker. So obviously, when his friends are really pushing like the cigarette onto him, he's gonna grab it, smoke, and then he's gonna go back to not even being like, I'm trying to stop smoking, guys. He's just gonna be a straight up smoker. So basically, repeat like affirmations. That's what it comes down to. Affirmations, whether it be on paper, like I have a big ass thick journal, like just full of affirmations, and I also just do it daily. So make it a regular practice. Like, think highly of yourself, bro. Like, you deserve it. Alright, hope this helped you, and I cannot wait to see the progress that you make. Cheers, bro.